Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is UC and I will be teaching you how to cover dark under eye circles, and this is also a brow tutorial. So if you're interested in this transformation, to keep on watching. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's tutorial is a really quick one, and I'm just going to teach you guys, like I said, how to cover dark under eye circles. As you can see, my model has like some dark under eye circles, and we're about to start. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like this video so other people can see. Thank you. So we're going to start now. First off, I'm just going to show you guys her skin, and as usual, if you've watched my other tutorial, you know this is the first step. We have to cleanse the face. So I'm using the Garnier micellar water to just cleanse her face, and I'm just removing the dirt. You guys already know. Well, if you don't know, using a cleanser or like rose water to clean the face is just removing unseen dirt. It is really important. So I'm just going to go ahead to use this with a cotton pad to clean everywhere on her face. Baby, so guys, the next thing we're going to do is to moisturize her face. I really can't remember the moisturizer I was using, but yeah, any moisturizer, any face moisturizer would do. The one precisely moisturizers that are particularly for makeup application. So I'm just using my brush to just buff this in. This part is really important because the focus is to cover her under eyes, and when I'm moisturizing her face, I'm going to make sure I properly moisturize under her eyes properly. Like that part must be properly moisturized because the skin there is actually drier than your usual face. So if you notice, normally when your face is oily, under your eye actually remains dry, so the skin is very different. So I'm going to just go ahead to moisturize everywhere. I still put more moisturizer. I am still moisturizing particularly everywhere in her face and under her eyes. So guys, I am done moisturizing. Now I've gone ahead to prime her face off camera. Now I'm using the LA Girl corrector, the orange LA Girl corrector. I'm just using this flat brush to place this. I didn't go directly with the corrector because I really want to control my product. I don't want it to be too much, so I'm just using my brush to just even out the corrector. So when you're using your corrector to cover anything dark under eye spots, it's not supposed to be too much. Okay, it's just supposed to be leave like a tint, then your foundation or your concealers will do the rest. So I'm just going to go ahead to apply this everywhere, and later on I'm going to use my beauty blender to buff it out. So guys, I'm just using my beauty blender to properly even out this corrector. So most people think the more you put, the more it's going to work. Actually, it's just the opposite. The more you put, the oranger your foundation is going to be. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead to buff out the corrector. I keep it in my head, I keep it locked away. So guys, we are done with blending out the corrector. You can see how it looks. Now I'm going to go in with a lighter shade of concealer just to cover up the appearance. Like I said, this tutorial is basically about covering up dark under eye circles. So what we're doing now is just going to reduce the appearance. So I've applied a lighter shade of concealer. If you're doing yours, it doesn't necessarily have to be this light, but yeah, any concealer, any light shade of concealer would work as far as it's the same. It blends with the undertone of your client or the person's skin. So guys, we're done with that, and we're going to move to foundation. So I'm using this Avoa cosmetic foundation. This is a Nigerian brand, and I'm using two shades because her shade is sort of in between. You guys are going to see how this plays out. So I'm using the lighter one and the darker one. I'm just going to use my flat brush to just put it on her face, and I'm going to blend. Normally, if you're just new to mixing foundations, you can always mix this on your arm or your palette before you go in on your client's face. So guys, this foundation is actually full coverage and it's really matte, so that's why I'm just very happy I moisturize her face properly. So I'm just going to go ahead to blend. You guys can see how the foundation is already mixing. So if you cannot mix it on the face directly, please by all means do it on your palette, do it on your hand, anywhere you mix, but don't just do it directly on the face if you're not used to it.
Let me love again. Jag minns ju den tid du gav mig life be like yo.
So guys, as you can see, I'm going part by part with applying her foundation. I'm done with one side of the face, then after that I'm going to go under her eyes, and after that I'm going to go to her forehead. So you don't just go all at once. You make sure one side is blended before you move to the other side, especially if you're working with a matte foundation. This foundation is not really drying, but I just like to make sure everything blends properly before I move to another part. Now I'm just going to blend in her forehead, the foundation on her forehead, and yeah.
Kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Aldrig, aldrig, aldrig. Kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Varje gång jag bak på dig, jag tänker åh vilket kap jag har gjort. Jag skulle gå tillbaks i tid, göra om allt igen och förstå. Ser det som ett allt, det är dig jag vill wifa. De här yardis, de vill ju bara dra ner oss. Men du är fett och vanlig. På det jag lägger all min tid. Jag vill ha det. Du får mig känna safety. Men kan nog leda baby. Och jag kommer aldrig ändra mig. Aldrig. Kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig.
Hi guys, so we're done with foundation. Now we're going to concealer. This is a Urban Beauty concealer, a Nigerian brand, which is like super good. The coverage is amazing, but the only, I wouldn't really say the downside is that it dries pretty fast, so you have to go ahead to blend everywhere. Blend one side before you put product on the other side, then blend. But me, I'm doing this because I'm already used to it. I know how to blend fast. So but if you know you don't know how to blend fast, you should put the concealer on one side, blend it out before moving to other parts of the face. When you're blending under the eye, make sure you just tap with your beauty blender. Try not to swipe because you want the product to stay where you want it to stay, okay? Try not to swipe, always tap. So I'm going ahead to blend out the concealer with the part of my beauty blender I used to apply my foundation. That's a little trick I do and it helps seamless blending. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead to put the concealer on the bridge of her nose, her forehead, cupid's bow, chin, and just blend everything out. Keep watching. And yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, this is time. It's actually time to subscribe and also hit the like button so more people can see this and enjoy it just like how you're seeing this. So we're done blending and now we're going to go ahead to set her face, and I'm using a Sasha Buttercup setting powder. You know, that one has a really universal shade. I don't think it has more than one shade. So yeah, I'm just using my powder to buff this in. If you watch my previous video, I used my beauty blender. Now I'm using my powder. It just do what works for you, okay? Just do what works for you, but it's very important not to use too much setting powder, okay? The trick is not the amount of setting powder you use. So I'm just going to go ahead to set everywhere under her eyes, basically everywhere we place the concealer. Yeah. So we're done with setting the face. As you guys can see, I zoomed in a bit so because we're about to do the brows. So now I'm just going to use this pencil. Is a Nigerian brand, Beauty Line by Didi. Pretty amazing, an amazing product. So I'm just going to go ahead to outline her brows. I'm just going to outline the bottom, outline the top, and that's basically it. So if you want to do if you want a natural brow tutorial, if you want a natural brow, the best thing to do is to always maintain the person's brow shape. Okay, to maintain the person's brow shape. The only reason why you wouldn't maintain a person's brow shape is if their brow is out of shape, like it has the beginning is full and the end is kind of scanty. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing, guys. I am just outlining the top, outlining the bottom. As you guys can see, I'm done, and I'm going to use a spoolie to brush it. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now is just like filling in the brows. I'm just filling it in. That's what I'm doing. You don't really want to make it too thick, so you fill it in and use your spoolie to brush. Fill it in, use your spoolie to brush. That's basically what you're going to do. So yeah, we're done with that. Then next off, we're going to go into conceal. So I'm using the same concealer. I think this is LA Girl. No, this is Nuban Beauty concealer. You guys, everything is going to be in the description box, so just check that out when you're done watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe, guys, and give this video a thumbs up. So back to the tutorial. We are concealing, so I'm using a very, very flat brush. This is very important because it helps with precision. Okay, it is not just it's not just talk, it actually helps with precision. So I'm being very, very, very precise with all this, because it's really important to be very precise when you're filling in the brows. So just putting this out there, when you're drawing your brows, it's better to get the shape when you're drawing it than to think you would get it when you're concealing it, because most times it doesn't work out as planned in your head. So now I'm just going to go ahead to buff this out. If you've watched the my previous tutorial, please go and watch it. I explained why I do this. Then after this, I'm just going to spread everything. Go and watch the tutorial, this tutorial right here. Now I'm using her foundation shade to just conceal the beginning of the brows and the end of the brow. This is not just ceremony, this is not ceremony, you guys. This is to just make everything blend. You don't want your brow standing out on its own. Like if you've watched any of my tutorials, I really like everything to blend. So I'm just going to put the foundation there at the end, then I'm going to make sure it blends. Then after that, I use a kabuki brush to blend everything in, as you're going to see shortly.
Die kommer väl till min city, nej, jag vet att det finns. Kom det bra lives and all nights, yeah. Jag vet du gör mig nykär, skön social, smart good lady. Jag tvivlar det. Visa mig var du finns, yeah.
So I'm just going to go ahead to buff out the powder under her eyes, the setting powder. I'm actually done with the brows and her eyes and her lips, so I'm just going to go ahead to buff that out. If you want a tutorial of this lip and also the eyes, let me know in the comment section. So yeah, I'm just going to buff everything out and move to setting the face.
All in ingen bromschackmatt på din vänsterhand. Du är så viktig baby, ja du är allians. Du är försiktig baby, men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50 baby, men det är balans. Jag växlar upp med dig baby, ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Som dig baby. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Du är mitt liv baby. Aldrig titta på någon annan, varför du med annan?
So guys, I'm just going to go ahead to apply a highlighter. This highlighter is the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wipe. Pretty amazing. But why I don't really like this particular highlighter is because it tends to be too much. So I usually mix it with my Bobbi Brown highlighter just to make it have this seamless blend, because it kind of gives this grainy effect that I don't really like. So yeah, I'm just going to apply the highlighter everywhere. So if you guys want a proper highlighting and contouring tutorial for personal makeup or for professional makeup, please let me know in the comment section. And yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead to set her face with a setting spray. You guys, I love this part. I actually love this part. It just makes me know that I am done with this makeup. And yeah, I actually used a body shimmering oil on her skin just to give it this glow. And yeah, this is it guys, this is actually it. I'm just going to go ahead to apply a little highlighter just to give her that glow. So guys, this is the finished look. You can see the under eye, dark under eye, the appearance is it disappeared, and her brows are natural, skin is amazing. This look is bronzy. You guys, if you want a tutorial on this eyeshadow, kindly let me know in the comment section. Let me know your best part of this makeup look. Thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let every other person see this.